Annihilape is coming to Pokemon Go alongside some meta-relevant Pokemon during the Raging Battles event and Go Battle Week. And in this video I will be going through all of the event details, event tips, Pokemon worth catching, raids worth raiding and more. The Raging Battles event begins on January 19th at 10 AM and ends on January 24th at 8 PM local time. Annihilape will be making its Pokemon Go debut and you can get it by evolving Primape. To evolve Primape into Annihilape, you need to make it your buddy and defeat 30 Psychic or Ghost type Pokemon in a battle while it's your buddy. But Primape doesn't actually have to battle the Pokemon itself. So for the bonuses for the event, Team Go Rocket will be appearing more frequently at Pokestops and in balloons. And Throw and Sork, which are normally region locked Pokemon, will both be appearing in the wild wherever you are in the world. The wild encounters for the event will be Mankey, Machop, Lickitung, Gligar, Sableye, Throw, Sork, and Scraggy. For the raids, in 1-star raids we'll have Snubbull, Houndour, Pancham, and Mareanie. In 3-star raids will be Primeape, Gyarados, and Zweilous. In 5-star raids will be Therian Form Thundurus, which will know its legacy move Wild Bolt Storm. It will be in raids until January 24th at 10 AM, and then taking over after that will be Therian Form Landorus, and it will know its legacy move Sandsteer Storm. So in Mega raids up until January 24th at 10 AM will be Mega Medicham, and taking over afterwards is Mega Steelix. There will be event-themed field research tasks rewarding Mankey encounters, and there'll be a collection challenge to complete that will reward 3 fast TMs, 3 charge TMs, and Stardust. So running alongside the Raging Battles event will be the Go Battle Week Timeless Travels event, which will be running from the 19th at 10 AM to the 24th at 8 PM, the same time as the Raging Battles event. The bonuses for Go Battle Week will be 4 times Stardust from win rewards in Go Battle League. The maximum number of sets that you can complete each day will be increased from 5 to 10, meaning that you will get to do 50 total battles per day from 12 AM to 11:59 PM each day. There will be a free battle theme timed research rewarding the avatar item Ingo Style Hat, and there'll be a $1 timed research rewarding Stardust, Rare Candy, and a Star Piece. So the active leagues during the Go Battle Week will be all 3 of the main Go Battle Leagues, the Great League, the Ultra League, and the Master League. There will also be an additional $2 Raging Battles research available, and it will get you 3 Rare Candy, 1 Rocket Radar, Stardust, and 2 premium battle passes. So that's everything for the details. Let's go through some tips that can help you make the most of the event. So Annihilape is the main feature of this event, so I would recommend making a Primeape that you want to evolve your buddy at the start of the event. That way you can begin working on the evolution requirements straight away. And with the Go Battle Week being active, the fact you get 4 times Stardust and an increased amount of battles per day, this will be a great time to do some of these GBL battles to get the evolution requirements of defeating 30 Psychic or Ghost type Pokemon for the Primeape evolution. It doesn't state in the announcement whether your Primeape buddy has to be fed and out on the map while you battle the 30 Pokemon. So if you do battle some Ghost and Psychic type Pokemon and they don't register and your Pokemon isn't out on the map, then try feeding your Primeape so it's on the map and try defeating them again to see if it registers. This might solve the issue. It's also good to note that it just says defeat Ghost or Psychic types in battle, so it doesn't necessarily mean you have to do them in the Go Battle League if it's not your cup of tea. You can always do Rocket battles instead, and Team Go Rocket will be appearing more frequently throughout the event, so you'll have plenty of opportunity. And with Team Go Rocket appearing more frequently in balloons, this normally means that they'll appear every 3 hours instead of every 6. So if you are going for the Psychic and the Ghost type Pokemon that you do need for the Primeape evolution, and you don't really know your Pokemon types that well, then you want to look out for these 2 symbols in the top right corner of your screen when in battle, and you'll be able to tell if the Pokemon are these types. Also, when it comes to Rocket Grunts, before you battle them, you can actually tell the type of Pokemon the Rocket Grunt will have by the line they say to you. For the Ghost type Grunt, you're looking out for this line, and for the Psychic type Grunt, it is the line, "Are you scared of Psychics that use unseen power?" Also, outside of the Psychic and the Ghost type Grunt, some other Grunts will be using Ghost and Psychic types as well. So the Fairy type Grunt that is identified by the line "Check out my cute Pokemon" may use Ralts and Curlier that have a Psychic typing. The Fire type Grunt that says "Do you know how hot Pokemon Fire Breath can get?" will sometimes have Litwick, which is a Ghost type. The Flying type Grunt, which is identified by the line "Battle against my Flying type Pokemon," will often use Natu or Xatu, which both have a Psychic typing. And lastly, the female Grunt that says "Don't bother, I've already 1v1 will sometimes have Gardevoir, and that is a Psychic type. When it comes to the leaders, Arlo can sometimes be using Alakazam, which is a Psychic type, and Miss Magius, which is a Ghost type. For Sierra's current lineup, she always starts with Sableye, which is a Ghost, and she can also have Gardevoir as well. And for Cliff, he can sometimes use Slowking and Gallade, which both have a Psychic typing, and he can sometimes use Dusknoir, which has a Ghost typing. If you are more of a Go Battle League player, you may know most of the meta Pokemon of the Psychic and Ghost type, but if not, here's a list of some of the top most used and highly ranked Psychic and Ghost type Pokemon you can look out for in each of the leagues that will be active during this event. So in the Great League, you may come across Psychic types such as Cresselia, Medicham, Deoxys Defense Form, and Wobbuffet. You may come across Ghost types like Jellicent, Sableye, Trevenant, Skeledirge, Runerigus, Cofagrigus, Frostlass, and Alolan Marowak. For the Ultra League, common Psychic types are Cresselia and Deoxys Defense Form, and common Ghost types include Giratina Altered, Jellicent, Skeledirge, Cofagrigus, Trevenant, Gengar, Giratina Origin, and Runerigus. In the Master League, Psychic types you are likely to see are Solgaleo, Mewtwo, Meloetta, Lugia, Latios, Metagross, Mew, and Gardevoir. And for the Ghost types, you could see Giratina, Goldengo, Skeledirge, and Gengar. Of course, these are just some of the more higher ranked Pokemon, and on the topic of Go Battle League, it's well worth playing Go Battle League during Go Battle Week because the 4x Stardust from Win Rewards paired with a Star Piece will be some big Stardust. And as Stardust is always valuable for powering up Pokemon for raids and for Go Battle League, we now know it will be even more valuable to use Dialga and Palkia's adventure effects, which can prolong the timer of items like Incense, Star Piece, and Lucky Eggs, and extend the radius at which you can encounter Pokemon. This means that Stardust is a lot more valuable now. So if you want to know more about adventure effects, how to get them and how they work, then I do have a video on the channel about it and I'll link it in the description. So when it comes to XP for the event, there are no specific bonuses, but if you are looking to grind XP during this time, then I recommend using Lucky Eggs, aiming for excellent throws, and utilizing the quick catch method. When it comes to candy, you can always use Pinap Berries to increase your candy gains, and you can Mega Evolve a Pokemon of the same type as the Pokemon you are catching, and this will get you increased Candy, Candy XL, and XP per catch. So with 5 out of the 8 wild spawns having a fighting typing, I would recommend Mega Evolving a fighting type for this event if you want the most coverage. For this, you could Mega Evolve Blaziken, Medicham, or Lopunny. But of course, if you are looking to grind candy for Lickitung, Gligar, or Sableye, then you can Mega Evolve Pokemon to match their types instead. With the increased Team Rocket presence, it is a good time to work on your Platinum Purifier medal, because remember you do need 35 Platinum medals to get up to level 49. Also, leveling up your Purifier medal will increase the amount of Premier Balls you get to catch Shadow Pokemon, and this will be very helpful for Shadow Legendaries from Shadow Raids, like it will be for Shadow Ho-Oh Raid Weekend coming up towards the end of the month. And with the Go Battle Week, because there are all these bonuses for doing Go Battle League, it would be a good time to work on your Platinum medals for winning battles in each of the 3 main leagues. With that said, let's have a look at which Pokemon are worth catching during this event. Mankey is available, and with Primape's evolution Annihilape releasing, it does have some potential for use in Go Battle League with its Ghost and Fighting typing, depending on the moveset it gets. Machop is worth picking up because Machamp is a decent Fighting type raid attacker and even better in its Shadow form. For Go Battle League, Machamp is currently ranked 65 in the Great League and 36 in its Shadow form. In Ultra League, it is ranked 112 and 71 in its Shadow form, and in the Master League, it is ranked 106 and 91 in its Shadow form. So Lickitung is well worth picking up because it is currently ranked number 1 in the Great League, so definitely one you want for that. Gligar is another strong Pokemon for Go Battle League. It is ranked 20 in the Great League and 4 in its Shadow form, and its evolution Gliscor is ranked 21 in the Ultra League and 25 in the Shadow form. Sableye could be worth picking up for some XL candy to power up a purified Sableye for Great League if you got one, because that is currently ranked 39. Throw and Sork are spawning and they don't have any meta relevance, but worth picking up if you don't have both of them because they are region locked outside of specific events like this one. So Scraggy is also spawning and it's worth picking up because Scrafty is ranked 34 in the Great League and 51 in the Ultra League. So these are the Pokemon that are worth catching for the event, but which Pokemon are worth your raid passes? So in 1-star raids, Snubbull will be available, and whilst Granbull is a decent fairy type raid attacker, it is fairly common in the wild and you most likely have picked some up from the Dazzling Dream event, so it is low priority. Houndour is also an option because Mega Houndoom is a top dark type raid attacker and a decent fire type raid attacker as well, but again it is quite a low priority because it's quite a common Pokemon. So Mareanie is in 1-star raids as well, and Toxapex is strong in the Great League being ranked 27, so it might be worth raiding this if you want to get one for for Go Battle League. Moving on to the 3-star raids, we have Primape, and raiding it will be a good way to get a high IV Primape than catching Mankey in the wild because of the 10-10-10 IV floor. So if you want an Annihilape for Master League, this would be a good time to get it. So Gyarados will be available, and for any newer players that haven't managed to get 400 Magikarp candy to evolve Magikarp yet, so this is a good opportunity to get a Gyarados by skipping all that candy you need. So Mega Gyarados is a top water type and dark type raid attacker. It's also strong in the Master League, being ranked 29 and 15 as a shadow. So Zweilous could be worth raiding because it is ranked 33 in the Great League, but it does want 0, 15, 15 IVs to be at its best, which would require trading to get close to if you are to pick it up from these raids. So worth bearing that in mind before you decide to do it if you want a Go Battle League Zweilous. Additionally, Hydreigon is one of the best dark type raid attackers, and with the high IV floor of raids, it's a more realistic way to get Hydreigon for raid attacking as opposed to Zweilous for Go Battle League. So in 5-star raids, for Therian Thundurus with Wild Bolt Storm, it will be the 6th best overall electric type raid attacker, so a decent option to have there. It's also worth noting that Wild Bolt Storm will improve Thundurus's performance in PvP, but it still isn't that notable. For Therian Landorus with Sansear Storm, it will be one of the best ground type raid attackers, and it will have an improvement in the Master League where it is currently ranked 39 in its Therian form and 35 in the Incarnate form. When it comes to Mega Medicham, it doesn't have much meta relevance itself, but Medicham is ranked 10 in the Great League, but its perfect PvP IVs are 5, 15, 15, which again would require trading to achieve because of the IV floor of raids. Mega Steelix will be in Mega Raids following this, and again it doesn't have a lot of meta relevance, but Steelix itself is decent in Go Battle League, being ranked 79 in the Ultra League. So there are some other events going on in January in Pokemon Go, and if you do want to know more about them and you want some tips for them, then you should check out these videos next.